So, I was watching some late night talk shows and I realized something regarding liberals and how they think, in particular, the origins of their goals. I listen to famous people go on about being progressive and wonder why they think their ideas work. I'm not talking about race and inclusion, that type of thing. I'm not talking about like, hey, we all need to be a part of the same thing. Obviously, that's not what I'm talking about. They might talk about that, the famous folks, because there is a problem, from what I hear, in their industry with that type of thing. That's not what I'm talking about. Anyways, it hit me that they have so much money that they're actually keen on giving it away to help out. So their lives are very different from the average American. Yet they hold steadfast to their view because they live around similar minded folks, right? So it's probably difficult to get an idea of what it's like for the rest of the country when you live in a bubble of rich people. That's what this video is about. So here's the deal, right? This is what I think happens. You and I live around liberal people, regular average Joes who have liberal thoughts, liberal ideas, liberal beliefs. Yet at the same time, they're hypocritical as all hell, insanely hypocritical. And I don't know about you, but I've always wondered, where in the hell does this hypocrisy come from? They hold a view, yet they somehow can work around things. Like, I own an Apple iPhone. I love my iPhone, but oh, I hate that China has slave workers. Really? Because your phone was made by slave workers. They're not slaves. They got the best job there. It makes 31 cents a day. The best job there. Maybe it's 31 cents an hour. I don't know. Point is, it's hypocritical. So what I mean by all this is, I think I understand now why they view things the way they view things, even though at the same time they are hypocritical about the way they go about their life. I get it now. Here's what it is, right? So your average liberal watches television and sees these rich liberals on TV talking about what's best and what's progressive and what works for them. These rich folks are like, hey, man, we got to do better. We got to donate. We got to help out. We got to do all these things. These are people with so much money, they don't know how to spend it. At least some of them. Some of them will buy as many cars as possible and the biggest house ever. And then they will be out of money. The point is, even if they're good with their money, they still have a lot of it, and they have a lot to figure out what to do with it. So that's a problem that the average American doesn't have. What do I do with this mountain of money? What do I do with it? Let's be progressive. Let's help out. Oh, isn't that cute? But you live in a bubble where the rest of us don't live. We don't know what it's like to have $400,000 burning a hole in our pocket and just being like, God, I got $400,000 extra this month. I don't know what to do with it. It's going to get taxed. So I suppose I should donate. Where should I donate? Where should I do? Where should I help out? I don't know. I haven't done this. We don't have that problem. The average American is like going, I wish I had a little more. I wish I had a little more. I wish I had a little more. Boy, it'd be nice if I had a little more. But hey, at least I made the bills. I made the bills. I made the bills. I made the bills this month. Yay, I made the bills again and again and again. And that's it. Whereas the rich folks in LA are above and beyond what we're used to here in the rest of the country. So that's why this election was so different. That's why Trump's in office. He spoke the words that the rest of the country was, I guess, identifying with. Um, but liberals, again, what I mean is the average liberal that lives in podunk America, they will come up to you. They will have no money. They will have the most expensive cell phone. And you'll go, what the fuck? I thought your view was that you didn't want these Chinese laborers, who are trying to kill themselves off the top of a Foxconn building, yet there's a suicide net, so they can't, and they have to go back to work. I thought you were against that. Well, yeah, but the iPhone is the best because Steve Jobs is dead. Well, it's the best because it's in California and it was designed in California. Whatever. I don't care. The point is if you call them hypocritical, they get angry, right? And they don't understand this. They don't understand that they get their views from people with way more money than them. And those people have the privilege of being able to dole it out however they want. So that's the weird divide that we get. You get famous people who are liberals because they can help out. And they see other liberals in the country as, hey, these are my people. No, they're not. No, they're not at all. Not even close to your people. In fact, if you spent an hour with them, you'd probably be weirded out by them. I'm guessing. I don't know. But they're hypocritical as hell. And I know there's these rich folks that they have the money to do alternative things. Like, oh, I bought this $5,000 cell phone because it was, slavery free. It was made by people who were paid very well. Blah, blah, whatever. It's completely green. It doesn't hurt the environment, etc., etc., etc. When I'm done with the phone, it comes with an envelope that I can send it away to, and it will be properly disposed of without harming the environment. I don't know, but nobody in the average American household has this type of thing going on. That's not the way we do things here. So that's why it's so different for the rest of America. Now, just because the famous liberal folk will go on and on and on and on. I heard him on, like I said, late night talk shows saying that Trump is the worst, Trump is this and that, and it continues. And I'm not pro-Trump. I'm an anarchist, and I think we need to just get rid of this whole system. No system. Let's have no system. Let's just have people voluntarily interacting with each other and leave it at that. And as soon as it doesn't become voluntary, that's when the rest of us step in and go, okay, that's not voluntary. We need to step in and stop it because it's either violent or something to that effect. My point is, you see these liberals these famous liberals, they try to pull at the heartstrings of the rest of the liberals in this country. And it works. Yet, if you're friends with them, if you're friends with some of these American liberals that are just the middle part of America, you're going to notice they're hypocritical as hell. Because how do you hold these positions at the same time as being poor as hell? You can't. So they'll do it anyways. And what do we do from there? If these liberals are going to hold these positions, even though they're poor as hell, and defend something that actually hurts them, how do we help? How do we help them? There's nothing that these policies do to help the average liberal, not the famous ones. And I realize even in doing this video, it's not helping. It's not getting that. They're not going to, if they see this, they're going to go, what an asshole. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's not progressing. We got to progress as a society. We need to progress. Progress. Yeah, but we can't progress when the rest of the country is in the shitter. We would love to progress, but we're busy working our asses off, getting taxed, and then the tax dollars are going towards shit that doesn't even help this country. Now the rich folks they're my bleeding heart. Well, your heart's bleeding for the wrong reason. Your heart should be bleeding for this country, helping out these people. I don't know. I don't claim to be the expert on any of this shit, but I do know we're wasting a lot of time and a lot of energy. All the shit that's going on, like Berkeley, ugh. These people, they're socialist as fuck. And for what? Any experiment with socialism has always ended so badly, so badly. Like way worse than capitalism. And the thing is that technically we've never tried free market capitalism. It's not been tried at all. Socialism has, on the other hand, been tried all the time. And it fails every damn time. Can we try something new? Can we try something different and just have voluntary interaction between each other? And forget this whole idea that, look, a rich person told me that we need to progress and spend money in this way. Therefore, I guess I need to continue to be poor and spend every dime I have pushing an agenda that doesn't actually help me, and I'm hurting because of it. But because I believe these rich people, I'm going to do it anyways.